Hi everyone, this is Heather Lawton from the Flourish Academy. This is episode 422, and this video is part of a special series we're doing here at the FA for the next week and a half. I'm going to post a link below for more information. You'll definitely want to check that out. But in this video, I am talking to the working moms out there. So if you are a working mom, you have children at home, you're working a job, and you're starting a photography business, this video is for you. I know that that can seem incredibly overwhelming, and it is. To have essentially 3 full-time jobs, your mom, maybe even more if you count like wife household duties, but you're a mom, you have a job, you have a child, and you're starting a business. So I wanted to give you one tip that could maybe help you focus, because this will be overwhelming if you don't have the bigger picture in mind. I work with a lot of private mentoring clients who are in this exact position, and I have seen them through from the beginning to the end, and I always tell them it is going to get harder before it gets easier. You will struggle before it gets better, because as you're working a job and you're trying to grow your photography business, obviously you might not be ready to leave your job, so you're trying to grow your business, but as you grow your business, obviously it gets busier, so you have more clients, you have more workload, but you still have this job, and then you hit a breaking point where you finally say, okay, I can now leave my corporate job and pursue photography full-time. And I want to help you walk that journey. But the biggest tip I can give you is to have a plan, because if you approach this in a willy-nilly fashion, it is going to feel like it is never going to end. These late nights wondering, what should I be working on? So here's what happens is you obviously have to take on more than you're comfortable taking on, because how else would you do it? You have to. My friend Megan said that. You have to take on things that you would not normally want to take on, because how else are you going to start a business or grow it? But you also have to know your limits. So you take on as many sessions as you feel comfortable with, but then what happens is you have all of this work to do, and because it's new, you're not sure where to start. So you're maybe getting a website, maybe you're thinking about forming an LLC, and do you need insurance, and how do you pay sales tax, and then how do you market, do you get clients, what does your social media strategy look like? So you put the kids to bed, and it's 8:30 or 9 o'clock at night, and then you stay up till midnight or 1 trying to work on your business, and then you get up and go to work all day. And that is really, really challenging, is it not? I mean, at some point you reach the limits of your mental capacity. And the problem is that from 9 to midnight, you're trying to work on your business and you don't have a plan. So you're not sure what to do. So you're kind of like, oh, I'm gonna dabble in maybe building my website. Maybe I should start working on a price list, or maybe I should start doing this or that, and you're kind of all over the place. So my number one tip is have a plan that says, okay, I'm gonna work on my website, and the website is gonna be done by X, or I'm gonna work on my pricing, or I'm gonna look at my marketing, or better yet, I think you should get a coach or mentor. That doesn't have to be me. There are other photography coaches out there, but just get someone who can help you develop a plan, so that when you sit down at 9 p.m., you can say to yourself, okay, I'm gonna work from 9 to 10 on these items. I bet with a plan, you could get more done from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. than you are currently getting done from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. without a plan, because you tend to be just very scattered and you're not sure what you should be working on. All of you are extremely capable. If I gave you a list of things to do, I am quite certain you would be able to look at that list and just check it off, check it off, check it off with no problem. It's developing the list that's the problem, right? So I would definitely have a plan, and I would also, you have to look at budgeting as well. What you're comfortable with in terms of your photography business earning versus what you're making from your corporate job, and kind of where's that sweet spot where I can leave my job and my photography business is making some money or enough where I can grow it to my corporate job. So I also start with, what type of income do we need to replace here? So that's that's a bonus tip, because I wasn't planning on talking about that. I mean, my biggest tip here is to have a plan, because if you don't, you'll feel scattered and you'll feel like it's never going to end. And I promise you it will. And we can make this transition as quickly and painlessly as possible, or you can drag it out and struggle for as long as you would like. Obviously, I would recommend approaching it faster and with more of a plan, and that's going to require that you get some help. If it's not a mentor or coach, maybe you work with a photographer friend who's just 6 months or a year ahead of you. In the FA community group, there are a ton of us out there, so you can maybe hook up with someone who can encourage you or say, yeah, you maybe need to work on this, or look at your website, or have you created your Facebook page yet, or what does your pricing look like? I mean, all of these ideas, you just have to work with someone. I would recommend not doing it in your own box because you don't know what you don't know. And if you haven't started a business before, then you're kind of just like guessing and maybe gathering information from the interwebs, and maybe some of that information is great, but maybe some of it is a little misinformed. So I would be careful with that. I think that this staying up late and just kind of working on your own, I think it's causing you to struggle more than you need to. If you're not part of a community group, our community group, please join us. We'd love to help you. Check out the link below to the video series that I have, but let us help you. Post a comment, let us know where you're struggling. And if you need help starting a plan, contact me directly, and I'd love to work with you. I'll see you in the next video.